Hello, guys. You're welcome to our YouTube channel.
Yes, you're welcome. My wife has welcomed us. Welcomed you. Has welcomed us.
Why are you so excited?
I don't know. I'm
mm,
just happy that we're doing this.
you're excited. Are you sure?
Yeah. I
Are you sure?
am.
Look at me.
Hmm? What should I be looking at then? Let's do that.
Hello, guys. You're welcome once again. And I am Titi.
My own name is Ola.
Together we are Tiola. Together we have a son named Tiola.
Yeah. Together, we have a son named Tiola Olua.
Okay, guys, so if you're new here, you know what the deal is. Please kindly subscribe. Ensure you like, finish to the end, share. And once again, we'd like to remind you that this year we have an ultimate goal of getting up to 5,000 followers, subscribers. Okay, subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
5,000 subscribers. And we can only do this if you share, subscribe, encourage, motivate someone to subscribe again.
Yeah, if there's anything you feel we're not doing right, that you think we can improve on, please do also comment and let us know. And if we're doing something right that you like, comment too. Yeah, it's a way of encouraging us.
Yeah.
So the last time we're here,
Mm-hmm.
we talked about our challenges, right? And that was part one.
Today's part
If you
two.
have not seen the video,
I think you should
check.
add the link to it.
Yeah. The link will be
In the
it's just up
description
there.
box.
Exactly, in the description box, and there'll be a card to it up there. Yeah. So where do we start from?
Should I go first?
I think you should go first.
Why am I always going first?
Because ladies first.
So I need to let you guys know something. Let me let you out of more secrets. So I came in earlier and I saw my husband scribbling some stuff down. I'm like, what are you scribbling down? So I saw him going through our chat and he was like writing pissed. He was searching pissed. He said he knows that whenever he's angry, would have said, maybe I am pissed right now or I'm angry. So he wanted to go and look at like history of every argument that we have. Okay, why she did this.
I want to share your yellow joy.
You want to open your mouth? Don't hear it when you said, uncle, be calming down now.
And I don't mean, I just want to use it so I don't miss anything else.
But basically,
really, we just like to keep this thing as real as possible. That's why I'm doing that,
yeah,
not because of
it's
anything
true,
particularly.
it's
Yeah.
true. We believe that one way or the other, family go through things, and then we believe that this can be, the ability for you to know that, oh, I'm not the only one that's going through this too. So this has happened in one family. Oh, and this was how they were able to resolve it.
Yes, again, the reason why I went through our conversation is so, like I mentioned, to have a true catch of what exactly we've gone through and the things, because we tend to have forgotten some of these things because, of course, in marriage you learn forgiveness, and forgiveness is part of your life. Your marriage is likely to work. So forgiveness is one thing that you owe. And when we forgive, we also tend to forget. So I don't want to leave anything out because I might have forgotten a lot of things. So it's not that I'm not a very bad person.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about today is submission. And then I'm going to be speaking from the angle of Obiang, woman. So I think I was listening to Pastor Kingsley some days ago. No, Pastor Kingsley and Pastor Miguel, and they were talking about the difference between submission and obedience. They say obedience is when you don't have the ability to do that thing, and then they're telling you don't do it. But basically, perhaps you want to get a car, and you don't have the money. You're telling your husband, "Oh, I want to get this car," and he's telling you, "Don't get the car." You don't have the money, so of course you are obedient to that because you don't have the money. But submission is when you actually have the money. Is what you can do. Is what you can say. "Oh, I don't really care." And even why he kept on saying, "Don't do it, don't buy it," and you just decided in your mind that no, I'm not gonna buy it because he said it. Then that is submission. So I'm gonna be talking about submission and obedience. In my own case, I struggle with it a bit, and I struggle with it not in the fact that, oh, I don't want to respect Allah as a person, no, because I remember when my pastor was, still counseling us, and there was this
I think
question.
it was your flesh that was struggling with it.
Let me.
Yeah, talk.
And the Pastor Mavis was asking me then that's my pastor, Pastor Mavis, was like, oh, why do you want to marry this person? Do you believe that this person can lead you? Because if this person can lead you, then you have nothing to do with him in marriage or something. And I was like, yes, I trust his decision, I trust his leadership, I believe that I can serve him, of course. So, when you're in love, you will say a lot of things to even convince your heart. But when you now get into the video, there might be some challenges. So I was coming from a place of ought. I think I had some a bit of challenges in my home side of life. That was in 2019. So, and we got married 2020. Like few months after that, I have not really healed from some of an aspect of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I came in with that burden. I came in with that. So I was in a moment of where I was a bit very sensitive to myself and the words that have been spoken to me. So most time when maybe perhaps we are having a discourse and Allah is trying to joke or trying to correct me, I don't see from the point of where he's trying to correct me, and I'm like, oh, maybe he's trying to look at me. He's trying to tell me I'm not good enough. I can't do this, and he's complaining. So, because I was coming at that point where I was trying to make myself very perfect, and that was as a result of an injury or say injury.
Me, mom, if you have injury, I have for stage.
Like joke. So basically, as I was coming from that part where I was trying to heal from an incident actually. So I was a bit very
Is it
sensitive.
incident, accident? Is it emotional accident or what?
It's incident now, like
Okay, yeah, all right.
it was a career incident actually.
Oh no, you.
So I was at that very sensitive
What?
place where, so whenever he's trying to, and he was trying to really correct me on something. Oh babe, you shouldn't do it. Let's do it this way. But I wasn't really saying it that way. And most time you go like, why are you so defensive? I'm just trying to talk. Any small thing, so come and say I am being defensive. I'm like, I am not being defensive. I just don't like it. How can you say I'm not good at?
Another thing
Oh,
is that
Jesus.
you were emotionally blackmailing me too.
I wasn't emotionally blackmailing. I just say what post it.
Yes, because no, at the same time, the way you are reacting, it was causing some
No,
sort of sending some
it
sort of.
wasn't. I'm gonna send you that link by Pastor Kingsley where he talked about. No, I think Pastor Midre, the only way most thing is like it's part of a woman. Tears, crying is part of it. It's part of our DNA. Actually, that's the truth. You must see camera. It's part of the DNA. I'm gonna send it that link. So when a woman is crying, it's not because she wants to emotionally blackmail. It's different when she's wailing and saying, "Oh no," you should actually most time you should actually understand your. And I think you actually got to know later when we spoke about it to one of our pastors, like when a woman is crying, it's not because she's trying to emotionally blackmail you, know, it's because she's hot. And she's trying to allow you, like, I need you to understand something about me. And I'm all just like that incident that happened some days ago about, let's talk about that challenge that you said you wanted to talk about the other day. I saw a cat on our fence.
You want to target it, Abby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah, good.
Somebody,
Yeah.
somebody should
I think somebody that really would love Titi Lokwe just box a big
cat, you know,
a cat and give.
stop now. I'm not even talking
All
about
right.
it.
Your body is kish.
So I have phobia for cats, and nobody should think of boxing cats for me. I have fire. My cat on you immediately. More nice. So basically, scratch that, guys. So I have phobia for cats, and it can be a bit very annoying sometimes because my whole body is rising up immediately when I just know that there's a cat here. So all of a sudden, like some days ago, I saw a cat on our fence, and I'm like, I know this is the Loyinbo. It's not Nigeria. I know automatically that it is not a witch. I know that it is not a wizard. I know that it's not the my enemies from my father's house or my mother's side. No, I know it's not. I know that it's just a pet. It's just an animal. But There is something about cats that makes me so scared. I think I have an experience with them in the past also. Oh goodness, this past is always coming up. So I had an experience with it. So I'm always very afraid of them, like the face. So we saw this cat some days ago on our fence, and my husband was like, "It's just a cat," and he went inside. So I couldn't bring myself to go inside. Then I wanted to go and take off some clothes from the lines. Then I remember the incident again. That, oh, I saw a cat though. All of a sudden, I was fidgeting. Then I was trying to explain to him that he didn't understand why I was so fidgeting that I could not step out of the house. Like, it's just a cat, and he was a bit angry over it, like, what's wrong with you? But that is the truth. I have phobia for cats. I can't help it. I'm trying to walk
Somebody
towards it.
that
So,
know the phobia for cats, what it is, put it in the comment. What is it?
Orilophobia became common.
Orilophobia. Wàá forí gbé ni.
Mommy.
Wàá forí gbé. So it's like orilophobia ni. Wàá forí gbé. Wàá kọ́ assuming pé cat is nothing.
No, it's something. But I don't know what to do to actually overcome. So in case you know it, you can actually help me out. It's something needed.
Well,
so
well,
just
that
like
single thing cost I don't know, it just changed the atmosphere because I was like, cat, what exactly is it
Babe,
with it now and then?
babe, that is one thing I need you to understand.
Okay.
That just like the way a woman is crying, it's not automatically there is something wrong. The same thing about the cat. You might not understand because you are not in that space, but you need to come from the part and have empathy and understand that I have phobia for cats.
Yes, I'm sorry that you have phobia for cats. I am empathetic now.
So could be empathetic.
Accept my heartfelt sympathy. Well, that is it about cat too. I'm trying to understand this. Anyway.
So let's
Then
go back.
I will just go back to the other scene. You have spoken for several minutes. Me, like you have said. Okay, I have 6 points here, but I don't know how far I can go.
Should I finish my point on submission?
Okay, how did you finish it now?
So that someone that is struggling with that, and then I want you to also say something about it. So the issue of submission, then I realized that okay, I wasn't getting this thing right. Most of I don't want to argue with him, but because of this defenses of before he says one thing, I'm already saying 10 things, of course, because I wanted to justify myself, to put myself in the in the right light. No, it's not like this, it's not like that. Because you're thinking about it, but I consciously had to pray about it. That was what helped me actually. There was a season of my life where the Holy Spirit led me to listening to some of talk on by Midred, Okonko, Pastor Midred, and Pastor Kingsley. So it was more like I was being trained. Marriage is not just where we come in with your own knowledge. Even while you are there, you still need to take some training. You still have to work on your mind. You still have, don't believe that you know it all. You still need to be trained, no matter where you are. If you are a pastor, if you are anything, whatsoever position you are holding, you still need to be trained. So I consciously prayed about it. I consciously prophesied Ephesians 5 that talk about submission. Everything. Okay, I'm a submissive wife. Submission is not a weakness. Actually, it's not about your husband wants to grind on you. And amazingly, Pastor Major, if you marry the right person, you won't have issues. Nobody's trying to cheat you. Nobody's trying to make you a servant or so. It's just like two of you working together, but there has to be one leader.
I remember constantly referring you back to the Ephesians. I remember that was the first thing I asked you to read. Can you remember that memory?
Yeah.
When was that? Can you remember?
Hello guys, you're welcome to our YouTube channel. This is the last
Yeah, my name is Olasukomiyago. All right, we'll not say that out. Well, she came around and
came around, but not in your house.
You came out. You came around the public space. Okay, yes, the public space, and I was led that you should open our Bible to the book of Ephesians. Where we have the submission keys. Ephesians chapter, what was that again? Is it 5 or 6? 5, from 21 to...
Please, it's very important for our...
And then she opened it and I said, read it. And she read it and I said, do you agree with what is in there? She said, yes. and
Please,
that was
please,
one of
Shami,
the step of
it's very good for
confirmation
young
that
couples.
she was going to be
Yes,
my
and
wife.
also, guys,
Because I was trying to agree with
major
God
goal for this
after I
year.
was
Like, we
arguing
wish
with God.
we are delighted.
But then that's not the
We want to
the
work
point.
hard
But then the
towards
point is
having
that
5,000
submission is a thing that
subscribers before this year
it is
runs
very
out.
important in marriage.
It will be very great. If you
Submission
can
is not
help us achieve
weakness.
that.
God have
Very,
established
very
a
thankful.
structure for
Very,
marriage,
very thankful.
and it is
Thank
from
you.
God
Real
next
So,
to the
Edo,
man,
it
the
doesn't
husband,
help
and
the
then to the
subscribe
wife.
Press
So
that
it is that
subscribe button,
hierarchy.
Biko, no.
If
Thank
the
you.
hierarchy
You
is
are
not
wow.
respected, there will be problem. So
Alright,
you need
guys,
to
so we
submit
have
for you to
something
be
interesting
blessed.
that we're going to be sharing with you.
You need
Quickly
to
and
be.
just very short.
Stop that.
So
We are recording.
today,
Give it up
we're
for
talking
Pastor
about
Lash.
challenges that young couples face in marriage.
Ọlọ́pẹ̀lẹ́lẹ́. Ẹ
And
má
maybe
dá
not
lóhùn
just
mi
for
ṣe
young
pásítọ̀
couples,
wọn tí ọ̀dẹ́
we are
mi
just
o.
having
Mi
So
ò
you want to be a day?
irọ́ mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo pé wọn ọ̀dẹ́ ni mi wọn tí ọ̀dẹ́ ni.
I have a question on the
If you
issue
wanna
of
go
submission.
first.
Yeah,
But some people, going through.
You want me to go first? Okay. All right. So
there are some people
this
that
recording,
like first
it's actually
getting married
supposed to have been done since 2 days ago, but we are doing it now. But we thank God for
and
that.
the woman is
I was
the
actually
husband.
facing
the woman has
a
been
challenge
used to
the
leadership
day we
all
were
her
supposed to
life.
record this, and
She
I
has
wanted to
used
talk
to
about
give
it, but some
instruction.
also
So
I
some
could not.
of these women
We
they
could
find
not
it
record it.
a bit-
Anyway,
Not that they want to
we're here
just
to
that
discuss some of our
basically the
challenges, and
leader. So
I don't know
someone
which one.
just coming in
I think you
and
should go
telling
with
them
your first
dishing
point. What are the
instructions for them
very
and
first
telling
challenges that
them,
you faced?
how would
Yeah,
you
the very first
talk to
one
such
that
person?
I faced.
Well,
with
for a
and
true
together
leader, a
with
true
Christy
leader is
together
a
was in the
is a
issue of
true servant.
finances.
So they will
And
have a
that was
spirit
because
of
I was a bit
serving.
independent
So
before
in
getting
marriage,
but my
you have
husband
come
was saying I
to
wasn't independent,
serve.
that I was
Actually,
depending on my
you have come
parents.
to serve
So yeah, basically I
your
was depending
husband
on my
in
parents
love,
and then my
not
siblings
as a
just kept
slave,
coming from it.
and you had
But
come
I
to
didn't have
honor
any
the Lord
reason or
as a
any
way of
reason why I
worship,
needed to
because marriage is a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
So it's a way of manner. If you are,
It
they say
wasn't
what
then.
the
So when we
scripture
got
made us
married, I
understand
carried
that
that attitude into the
submit
marriage,
unto your
and
husband
we had issues
as
because
Christ,
I'm in need of something.
as the
I
church
wasn't working
submits
at
to
that
the
time, and
to
I was
Christ,
in
and
need
you
of
understand
something, and
that.
I don't know how to tell you.
You understand that
I was
context
always
there.
very
As
shy.
unto
Yeah.
just
I think
God gave this
I really
explanation
can't figure it out.
in a very
Every other lady
simple
out there is looking for opportunity
way
to ask
that
for things and
as,
they get them
as
granted.
we go
But in
to
this
church
case, my
and
wife is
submit
quite
to the
very
Lord,
reluctant, and she
so
feels
should
insecure asking
wife
questions because
submit
she's been
to their
dependent on the mother
husband.
of the
It's
way
really
and or the
insecure.
And
daddy
the
and
husband
so-
is
I
to
was
love
actually shy.
Yeah,
very
the
much.
wife,
I
just
understand,
like
but I
Christ
think
loved
you
the church.
just have to grow into the
So it's
knowledge
a spiritual assignment,
of
is an
marriage, because
explanation of
it's
a
no longer
mystery.
just you.
So if that doesn't
You have
happen,
to
there will be
learn
problem.
that
If the wife
marriage
understand that,
is a
that this is
different
no
entity
longer
and you have to
an
be
office
open.
space, it's not a
So
secular
the very
environment.
first thing I would
It's
say is
spiritual
transparency is
assignment.
one of
So
the
I
fundamental
don't think
things
it
you
should be a
face early in
difficult
a
thing
marriage.
to do.
You need to be transparent
But then
about
flesh will still
everything, your
struggle.
finances,
But if it's someone
what
that
you
is
earn.
dwelling in the secret
And that
place,
takes me to the
that's
very
prayer,
first point, which
place
is
of
if you are
correction, place
earning
of
100,000
spiritual
naira,
edification and development.
let your wife know how
Such
exactly
person
the
will
amount you are earning. And as a
blend
family, have a
into
plan.
the spiritual
If you have projects, have
context
amount
and
allocated. You know the
functionality,
percentages
and we
of that
operate
money that is
accordingly.
going to the project.
So
for
that's
housing, for
that's
feeding,
it for
emergency,
anyone.
for
No
health
matter
and
if you're a
all.
woman
So
leader,
she will
you
have
are
an
the
idea
CEO,
when there is nothing
whatever you
left.
are.
What do you think?
Yes,
Submit
actually,
to your
I'm
husband.
actually
It
on
is
that.
a
And then for
secret.
people that
In fact, your
that are
business
also
will
earning, the
grow,
husband is
and you
working,
will
the wife
even
is working.
have,
And I know the
you
worldly
will enjoy
system
the
believe that
marriage. You
the
will
husband
enjoy
money is
it
for the family, while the
inside
wife money is
out.
just for her. I mean,
Not same.
but in
In
marriage,
fact,
in godly marriage,
ideas will
marriage
even
that you want to
come
pass
even through
past
that ministry.
generations.
But
There's a
then
need
let
for
us move on
transparency,
to
like
my
my
own
husband
point.
said. So
That
if the wife is earning and the husband
you
is
have
earning,
decided
it's for
to
the family. It's for both of you to
number
put
one
your
thing that
resources
happened
together and for
during
you to be able
COVID,
to achieve things
we have
together.
enjoyed
So be
COVID.
open, be
We had
transparent.
what is
And I mean, we don't
what
have that
happened
issue
exactly?
any longer.
We
don't
started
even-
ministry,
Not anymore,
and then what
because
happened?
I
We said
think
we were not going
we
to
had our time
have
of
baby
struggling
early.
with
Let us
things.
enjoy
So I think marriage
we're
generally
enjoying
is
the
a
marriage,
learning
and when we
process.
decided
So,
not to,
yes,
certificate.
before you
happened?
start the schooling.
I don't
And if
understand.
you
have
have
to
gotten the
speak in-
certificate and you are not schooled
Actually,
in the marriage, you are just
I
going
should
to
speak
ruin the
open.
value of the
What happened
certificate.
eventually is that
Yeah.
we decided
Challenges
to
are
get pregnant.
normal.
Yeah.
Like even if you're not married, you
That was
face
the
challenge
beginning
on a
of
normal day. So if you're having challenge in marriage. It is not your partner that
course.
is causing you.
No,
and
no.
giving
What
challenge.
you
Fine,
know? Beginning of
spiritually,
I
we
don't
know
know.
the devil is an adversary looking
Okay.
for how to disunite and destroy your relationship. But you have to be conscious. of
well,
that.
she
Oh,
troubled
no,
my
no,
heart,
wait, trouble.
my soul,
And
my
then it causes
everything, and there's
Then
something like.
how did I
spiritual
trouble your
challenges too.
heart?
So you
No,
have to
what
tidy
didn't
up
you
your
do?
spiritual
The day I wanted to
aspect,
even make you
the
happy,
spiritual,
I
your
cooked.
war room, I'll call that. Do you want to talk
That's
about
this
war room,
is-
Ife?
Yeah.
Something we need to
Well,
talk
it is
about.
a challenge.
You just
It's
put
not
my
like she
life.
was wicked. Yeah,
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 but
I
pregnant
made
is
special
specialty now,
delicacies.
and,
Hey, So the
You know,
viewers-
one
Very
thousand
sweet.
and
I've tasted this
10,000
food.
to achieve
Yes,
That came.
to be sincere,
10,000.
Ola made
So
do with the
marriage
friendship.
comes
He
with
made
responsibility.
egusi.
It comes with
made
maybe now you need to take more
I
extra
think I
work.
remember
You need
more. I
to
want
do more,
to
take
get
care of the family.
Or I
There
think
may
it was
be a
three
lady
different
that used to
ones.
be like,
And
oh, before you got
it was
married,
the
you used
first
to be very
trimester.
vibrant, you used to pray.
I like
you used to
try.
do this.
No, not
Trimester.
like that.
Study, you know,
Yeah,
you know,
I was
work is
working
there,
in Lagos Island, so
maybe
most
your
times I go
schooling,
during
everything is
on
just
Monday, come
taking
back
up your
for
time,
the
and you
weekend.
feel a bit
But I had to
like
stop
start
the
Like
up from God.
preparing a
And then in the
weekend
other way
I
around,
had to stop the job.
oh
package
goodness,
for her.
Yeah.
I had
So when I
issues with that
came
also, and I need
immediately
to
I
actually
entered
talk
the
about that.
house.
So there was this particular
The
season I was
smell
in
that
at
came
one
in.
particular time in
Of
our
course,
marriage.
it,
Well,
it should be smell of
I
delicious
was
food.
really overburdened.
but
Like I had a lot of
I
things
don't
to
know
do.
what happened.
Take
It's
care of my
just
son,
went
take care of
Mhm.
myself,
like
trying to
it
figure out my
literally
career. I didn't
went
even
to-
know what
and
to do
that
at that
was not
moment.
me.
Trying to
Babe,
figure out my
when
husband.
will you
Then
understand
I
that that
noticed
thing
that
is
my
pregnancy,
spirituality was
not
going
me?
down. I didn't have time to pray with God.
It's not
Fellowship
that I
with the
don't
Holy Spirit.
understand,
The
but
way
I
I
was
used to
hot.
be
That
like,
I understand does
man,
not mean that I was not. I was
and
hot.
there was this
Yeah.
young
So
man.
why did I?
I was hot. Anyway, that's part of the challenges you have to
And I'm
cope
like,
with
okay, let me
it.
just come up
Yeah,
And
I
then
think we should talk about challenge of
in the
pregnancy.
holies of
in
holies,
marriage.
enjoying the
Sure.
presence
early
of God.
marriage.
And,
Okay.
you know,
We can
Quickly.
talk. You can talk about some of the
This
challenges.
is-
you
I
had.
think we should just
There
make
was
that
this
in
part
another
of me
video,
that was
but
so
it comes with a lot of
envious,
challenge, and then
it
we'll
wasn't negative
talk
because
about
I
that
wasn't
in
envious the right
details
way. I was actually
in
angry.
some
I
other
felt like
context. And
I
then
feel like
insensitivity. I think
understanding.
now
I'm
I've
going
been
through
living
and at this time,
alone
I
for a
was
while.
really
She
feeling
has
shy
also
in the
not
presence
lived
of God.
with me,
I felt
and then we're
Was I
coming
doing anything
together,
wrong
and
then?
you
What
know, we have
was
to be
it
sensitive to
awkward
one
at
What was
another.
I doing?
You were
And
not doing
then
anything wrong at
I
all.
felt she was
Just
not
because my
sensitive
own
When you
to
say
family-
enjoying
to
my
our
presence, was I
involvement,
sleeping
sha.
in bed?
So,
Like,
No, you were enjoying your presence
I
with
don't
God.
know.
You were worshiping. You know,
Okay.
when you be in the
Yeah,
study,
then early
worshiping God
at the
and then,
beginning,
you know, praising God.
nobody
Then
will care
before
about
we
each
know,
other because
then
you
something,
won't even know that
Allah will just
you
play
have
any song, and then
responsibilities
song will
and
come up.
all
I'm
that
like,
you
I'm
have
just
to do
trying to
this.
struggle with. I don't even know this song.
Even
My
with
husband is singing
chores
it.
and
He's like, you don't
all.
know this song, and I'm like,
Remember the day, part of the time when she was
before we know the
working,
time for Bible
she
study,
came, I
talking
think
about
there was
scriptures,
someone
and
used
I'm like,
splits in the
I can't
kitchen.
remember. So I
Yeah,
was
we
really
used splits in
struggling
the
at that moment.
kitchen.
Then I think
So
what
I
we
didn't
needed
even
to
know it
do
was covered. 3 days.
we needed to talk
And
about
then
it.
Charlie Sim
Because
got
at one
up.
point he was like,
Man,
"Man,
I was
you
pissed.
at home
I had
now."
to text.
did I not ask
No,
you a
it-
question?
I wasn't
I
at home.
what
Oh,
was
you
what
don't
was the
ask
place?
me.
You're the
You
one that
get
said
it
you have a
before you travel.
confession.
Oh,
You
yeah,
talked
but
about
No,
not
you were
like
at home when
I
the plate was
jealous,
dirty.
but you were like, it
Then
sounded
you
like
did
I think
not
I was.
I did not know
jealous.
because I was also
okay.
But it
working.
wasn't like an accusation.
With the worship
Don't-
people,
don't
it's
take
not
But
it
which
just
is the
part of
plate?
that.
That's the
Using
question.
It's both of us that
Okay.
use
You
it.
were like,
No,
I
no,
was
which is the
sounding that
plate?
way, that
That
no,
plate,
you
because
get
it
to
that is the
really
plate.
talk
Yeah, I
about
remember.
it.
I remember it was
Okay,
it
yeah,
that
that,
is
that's right. Maybe
Anyway,
I put it
Margot,
this
I
way that
text her.
are
I'm
you
so pissed
uncomfortable
right
with the
now.
fact that
No,
Yeah,
that's
so
when
it's
you have
not
to
like an
watch my God,
accusation.
yeah.
Actually, oh,
Yeah.
girl, you're jealous of me. No.
Anyway.
You were like the way it
Yeah,
was looking like.
who else was
If
living
like
in
it
the
was
I think
looking
in
like
the
maybe
process of
jealousy or something or
insensitivity,
envy. And so
I
there was a
remember
need
one
to
was
because I
also
mean it's my
married
husband. I
and,
can't be jealous of my husband. I can't be jealous.
I
And
as
I
a
always say
person,
that.
though when I used to
Your
go and
goals,
visit
your
Ola
achievements,
during
I can't be
courtship,
jealous of
then
because we
I
are
always
one.
like his
Is that
bed.
Yeah, so that's another thing. No.
So we
He
need
had
to
a
actually
roommate
really
by
talk
the
about it.
window, so
And at one point
I
he said,
go
okay, I think if
and
this
see
job is
my
what is
lady.
affecting
Yes, I was sharing
Like
one
he had a
self-contained
room
with my
and
brother.
then, you know,
I think then you were
whenever I
doing
just enter
day
it,
and
I'm not even
night,
knocking
and
at
then
it.
I
I'm
was
not
taking more of
greeting.
our
I'm
family
just
time,
going
and
straight
we
to
were-
the bed.
we
Like
needed
the
it.
bed is always
we had to let go of the job
wet.
then. I
You
think
know,
that
so
was the time
need
we-
you.
we
Kilo
became intentional
Shele,
about
God.
worshiping
It was really
together,
nice. It was something I really
fellowshipping
love about it.
together.
I didn't
Actually,
know
there are
where-
some decisions that
This thing will come
as
back to
family
me
you
when
have
we
to
get
take
married.
because
When we
they
got
are
married,
sacrifices.
I'm so like,
you know,
okay,
if you
when
chase
you
money
wake up,
too much, you affect
I used to
family.
lay my bed
You
too,
know,
but sometimes I
at
can
the
just
same
like,
time, your
ask
family
other
needs
things
money,
do,
so
and
you
I
have
come
to
back and lay
strike
my
a
bed and
balance
need my
between those two
personal
things.
space.
So of course,
But then I'll
you have
just
to
be
balance
doing
that.
it.
And now,
Like sometimes
without
maybe when you come
that
back from
sacrifice,
work,
of course, we won't be able
and
to do
then
even this
you
video.
come back and
As
see
I
your
speak
baby.
talking about now.
no,
We're
it's
doing
fa-
this
his
now
countenance will
because
change.
Chela
I'm
is
like, no,
sleeping.
Shele, what's
Chela is our
what's going
special
on?
guest, which
And
can
then we
And I will be going
he
to
made
work.
the last
Initially,
he made the last
he was
video
not telling me
impossible.
what was
So
happening.
this
He
is just
wasn't
before work.
complaining
So
about
this is
it.
the only
But his
time we have to
countenance
do
will
this.
change, and
So Titi
automatically
Lokwe, you have
something
to say
will
something
go
now.
off in the house.
Yeah,
I'm like,
about
okay,
that
what's happening? I don't know
spiritual
what was
part,
happening.
it's,
Maybe in his
Which
own mind, you're like,
spiritual
this
part
girl,
again?
you should be able to
We
tell
We
me
just
that
talked
you
about
don't
it.
know
Okay,
that.
okay.
You
How
should
to
just
do
know
it
that
and
this
what?
is what's happening.
No,
But
basically, so
if
if
you
you're
don't know,
struggling
yeah,
with
but
that,
I was
or it's
I was
not
just
spirituality
cooking anyway.
your
So
own
most time
time
when you come
to
back,
be
you see that the
in
food is
anything and
ready
you
because
feel
that was my
okay,
own
maybe
specialty.
your other partner is
But
doing
the
more
bed
and
making,
you
I
feel
didn't know
you're
that
not
it was
doing
really
more,
getting
you could
so
actually
much
talk about it.
peace.
And I think that
Then I
might
think
lead us
along
to
the
the next
line,
very point, which
he
is
had
to
to
be on
tell me
career.
about
Are we
it.
time?
That
Yeah,
I
we
find
can
it
just
like
take career and then we
late, just
well
want to
this
There'll be a
say
part
particular
two.
episode is gonna
the
come in part. This is part
parlor
one,
looking
Yeah.
and we'll
everything
be
that
coming
makes
with a
pillow,
part two
wet kept.
soon, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
should we
yeah,
just stop
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
think
know
you
the
should give an
parlor looking so
an
nice,
idea
the
about
an
pillow
idea about
wet kept.
career.
I'm like,
career is
and
also
I'm
in
the kind
terms
of person that
in relation to
this is my
spiritual
house. I
part.
can do my
Now you
house
say
any
that, okay,
out.
Ah,
And
no.
I want it, but it's not like that.
No,
So
no, no.
basically,
which I love about
I had
you
to,
say,
of course, Is it the
This
same?
is the
No, it's
same
no
thing.
longer
I
the
have
same
to
thing. Things have
intentionally
changed.
And most times
work on
it's
that. I have to consciously. Sometimes
I don't know why.
set
I,
alarm.
I really don't know why
Titi
Titi is
And I
always.
remember there
But
was
the
a
thing is
particular
that
day
Always
if
we
the
I'm
came
one
back.
struggling with
I
something,
laid it.
somehow it's always
I've laid
actually
the
going to
bed.
affect
I
you.
arranged it. How
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
very
Yeah.
sparkly.
See,
He was like,
one thing
"Oh
that
my
we
God,
like I
this is
mentioned
not
earlier
come
is that marriage
Yeah,
is two
I
coming together as
for
one.
some for
So
somebody
anything that
who is like
happens to
me out
one
there. In fact,
will
even if you are not
affect
like me,
The other
other.
party.
you won't like
So
something that is not well
if you don't
presented, things are
understand
not
that
organized,
clearly,
things are not
it's
nice.
going to
We all
affect
go
and ruin
to
everything.
hotels,
Yeah.
So
and you see
encourage
how well
marriage
laid it
is
is. So please
is two coming
Encourage.
as one.
encourage
So
one
anything that
another
affects
and speak up. Me,
pé
part of the
Yorùbá dey sọ
things
pé ohun
that
tó
I'm
bá dé
looking
bá
forward
wí,
to
ó ti
after
dé bá
working
mu.
for a very
Anything that
long
happens
time
to the head
is
has
that my
affected the
very
nose because here
comfort
is where the
zone,
brain is. So it
smoothly
affects they are
wrinkless
interrelated,
bed,
Yeah.
intertwined. So that's where we
Especially when
we
the
stop
bedspread is
this
white.
week
I love
and
it.
then
So
will
yeah.
join us again
So,
in our
Don't
I
next
don't know.
part.
Don't
So
share
don't
us
forget
today.
to like, share, and
Yeah.
subscribe.
All
I mean
right.
subscribe. That button down there, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost you anything. You understand? Yeah, we just press it. And please, if you have questions
Okay.
for us, do want to ask
Yeah.
us questions. I'll be
So
more than
it
happy
is
to
important that
respond
we
to
know
it.
what we
Thank you,
be
guys.
sensitive to the
And
needs
see
of
you
one
in the
another.
next
I think this can
video.
also be
Enjoy
in
your
gender
day.
switching.
Mwah.
Sometimes it could
Mwah.
be in the case
Bye.
of the woman. You
I
are
did
one
that.
that is
Mwah.
extremely neat. You are
Mwah.
extremely conscious.
Give me.
And your husband is the kind of person that
Our special guest is
when you
here.
go to the
You should come and say bye bye.
Yeah,
pressing the
Tiola.
toothpaste from the middle. Pastor, I think Pastor Kingsley shared that with
Yeah,
It's usually
Say
called
bye.
It's kind of person that
Say bye to
flush,
everyone.
not
Say
just
hello.
flush
First
Say
down.
hello.
Everything is no, see,
No,
it's
is it?
messy. And I'm
Hello.
telling you, just
Say hello, Lua.
it can actually be peace. And you're like,
Say hello, Lua.
what is
Yes.
wrong with
Good
you?
to say
No,
hello.
there's some men when they just enter the room.
Yeah, say
They're
hello.
removing
Say
the
bye.
The stocks will be in the east.
And you know,
The other one will be in the west.
to be sincere, some homes can be broken because of that when there is nowhere handled. So, you know, you need to understand that God has called you to help each other, to support one another, to strengthen one another. You know,
Speak on, Pastor.
it says two are better than one. You know, that and the part of like when one is falling, the other one is good. that we
Yeah,
should
one
work
is
with
falling, the other one will help her. Yeah,
exactly. That's the reason why you're there. So it's not like it's the person intentionally just like that. It could be background, it could be how they were taught, how they were raised. Some men that it's in they got married, their mother is always pampering them. Now you have to continue pampering. So most time you can get to talk to them. Pastor Major will say that meet as a point. It's not like maybe someone meet as one point. Okay, when you notice that this what this person is, talk in love, correct in love. Don't say, what kind of man are you? You are dirty. You are this. No, you shouldn't do that. Correct in love. Talk to the person. Oh, my darling, if you can do this. Or immediately they'll come back. Babe, you know what? Bring your shoes. Let me help you put your shoes. Bring your this thing. That is why you're there, to complement one another. Always remember something. This person might be bad in this area, but there are some amazing other areas that you know that this person, they're so good at. Look at that. A friend of mine will always say, learn how to make excuses for people. I feel like I'm talking too much, so I'll just hold it on there. Thank you. Your Lordship, sir. Continue.
Lordship, you have spoken all of the spoken words that you have in your mouth. The next point in my book of okay, I'll skip number 3. Book of challenge. I will skip number 3. I'll go to number 4. And number 4, shopping together.
Goodness and mercy.
Is it no.
But if when we're in GB, when we're in Nigeria, you actually enjoyed shopping together. It was in the
Yes.
UK we had issues.
We used to enjoy.
Because UK is time bound. So going sir.
Well, for me, I think shopping together is a good thing. But when I don't like wasting time in the shopping mall. There are so many people there. There are things to do, especially. So you know what you want to
Your
buy.
UK is time.
Go there, pick it,
It's because of
and
UK.
go back. Yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, you don't have all the time
It
to
wasn't
waste.
like that when we're in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we could easily go to GB, look around.
But you can't.
Hiding.
Even GB will not allow you to stay for too long like that because it's not a very friendly environment. I don't mean to mention the name of brand anyway.
But
But you won't stay too long in that kind of
but we
environment.
can still go around. They will pick what we want to pick and go to and buy what.
Yeah, well, I just don't like shopping in group because one person tends to wait will
So,
disturb another. Except if
but
we are going for the same thing and we know, and we will be going in this direction if I know it has disappeared.
I love to window shop. I
But
love
well,
window
another
shopping.
thing is emotional instability.
Oh, yeah, window shopping.
Leaving, I
You
don't
do
talk
not
about.
allow.
It should be my point. Is it your point?
You did not say the solution to it now.
Uh-huh.
If there are some people that are having issues with it, how do they resolve it? Were we able to manage it in what we have now?
Okay. Well, what happened is that I will drive out to the shopping this thing, and I will evidently stay with our baby boy in the car. She should go and pick it, and then come. That is one.
Then there are
And
some
sometimes,
other days when I really want him to go with me. I
yeah,
beg him
and
ahead.
then you
I
have.
tell him, Ola, please, I want you to go with me to the shopping mall. And kindly know, will take time. Please come in love, endure with love, and let's have a good time together. So most time when it comes to something like that, maybe I'm gonna need it, I tell him ahead. So to prepare his mind ahead.
Yeah,
So I
and
think that's
this
working.
moment, that's when I try as much as possible wear my best regalia of patience. Yes, and me too. I will start shopping my own shop, even when I don't want to buy it. I will shop my own shop.
How it is though, when we now have those days, Ola will not shop more than me. My wife will say, "Can no one be sure who said you should come with me?"
Well, it's part of life, and here we go. So, Titi,
Yes, baby.
emotional instability. We had that challenge too. You were quite very emotionally unstable, and you accused me of having swings too.
Yeah,
So
you did.
I think this comes with previous memories, mood, and more. We are prone to it. And one thing I just want to
Way
say
better
about it
now.
is that we should respect one another's emotions. We have our moments. There's this that's few minutes of madness that they used to call it, but it's not madness in this case.
It's
Few
like
minutes
mood
of
swing.
reflection, like swing. So
Yeah.
during those periods, we shouldn't just be judgmental or that kind of thing. Do you want to say something about it, Titi?
Okay, quickly. Sometimes your partner can have mood swings, and you are trying to understand why. Sometimes I just say to Ola, it goes off, and I'm like, what's going on? But I've come to realize most time when it goes off, it says it's a time when he's thinking, he's trying to reflect. So most time when I just see him going, or what I do recently, just okay. I can go downstairs, get him a drink, and say, "Oh, do you need a drink? Do you need a biscuit?" And they're like, "Oh, thank you. I wasn't really expecting you to do that." So it was more or less like me respecting. And sometimes when he sees that I'm having my own mood swing, he before it would have been like, "What's wrong with you? Kilo share." Kidiko, you'd have been like, but now once you know that, look, I'm having like it comes with an understanding of what's going on. Is there anything? Did anything happen? And now what you'll be doing that I've actually really been liking it, is that when we just have like maybe a little bit each and there, and before it goes out, or the night would have gone out and come back, and we just like, but before it goes out, just say, "Come here, Joe, come and take coke."
Yeah.
So that helps to keep the house stable and
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the ways that we can manage mood swing, and it's really been working awesome. And sometimes when you are extremely angry, just like what's the point in being angry? We're on the same team. Why should you be angry? Even if the person seems to be wrong at that point in time, it's not because of wrong. It's not because it's entirely the person's fault. Perhaps the person is thinking about something. Marriage comes with sacrifice, and you sacrifice some of your personal goals, or your objective, your dreams, your visions, and it's now blending with a stranger who you are now husband or a wife to. So
look at me, I'm looking at your face.
go away. Stop seducing me on camera. City lock. City lock myself. Yeah, John. Yeah, Joe. So yeah, that's in fact you made me forget my point.
I like doing that to him. I like that.
Yeah, Dioniso. Yes, so you have different goals, but things are not working the way you have initially planned it. So it happens. So you have to understand and be compassionate. It shows some level of empathy, and it makes a whole lot of difference. Well, I will not go too much. I will just stop here. At handling work and distance. and that's one of the challenge we faced. Even local distancing when you were working on the island, when I had to stay the entire week.
Goodness.
Because then you were pregnant then, and my
Yeah,
wife
I
was
got
pregnant. We were
pregnant with
pregnant
the
then,
yeah.
and you needed to work on island, and the roads were
But do
bad.
you want us to take it with this one? Would it be too long? Or we should shoot it now?
All right, so that will be a content for the next
Video.
video.
Yeah.
So this is where we say thank you for, if you are still watching by this time,
Yes, you
up to
should
this
be
moment.
watching.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for staying long.
through.
I want to appreciate those who have subscribed to our channel in the last few days, and we really really appreciate you, and
Thank you.
encourage
Have a good day.
you are also encouraging others to subscribe, like, and
Share, comment, tell us some
comment.
of the things you want us to talk about, and then we're here for
Yeah.
you.
Ask questions.
So God bless you. God heal your relationship. God strengthen your marriage.
Yeah. And God give you the patience to know each
Yeah.
other more and to enjoy the fruits of marriage.
Yeah. Marriage is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
It just
importantly,
require work and grace.
build strong friendship.
Among
God
each
bless
other.
you. And Titi Lokbe.
This is where we say bye.
Bye. And cheers to your.
Yeah. We can do another recording.
What do you want to record next?
Let's do the third one now.